Welcome to this Learning Pathway Sustainability Strategy and Transformation. In this course, you will learn about the global trend towards renewable resources and its implications. Hello. This lecture will focus on the current state of renewable resources and the key factors driving the growth of renewable power around the world. We will also discuss the incentives and policies that are shaping this transition towards green energy. The lecture is divided into several sections, each covering different aspects of renewable resources. 1. Renewable power growth. The global growth of renewable power capacity is currently experiencing an unprecedented surge, with a projected increase of 107 gigawatts (GW) in 2023. This growth is the largest absolute increase ever recorded and is equivalent to the combined power capacity of Germany and Spain. Several factors are driving this surge, including expanding policy support, growing energy security concerns, and improving competitiveness against fossil fuels. 2. Dominance of solar PV. Solar photovoltaic (PV) capacity is leading the way in this growth, accounting for 2/3 of the projected increase in renewable capacity. This dominance is attributed to higher electricity prices driven by the global energy crisis, prompting policymakers to seek alternatives to imported fossil fuels, especially in Europe. Residential and commercial solar PV systems, which can be rapidly installed to meet growing demand, have played a crucial role. 3. Onshore wind rebound. Onshore wind capacity additions are expected to rebound by 70% in 2023, reaching a record 107 gigawatts. This rebound is largely due to the commissioning of delayed projects in China following COVID-19 restrictions in the previous year. Faster expansion is also anticipated in Europe and the United States, in response to supply chain challenges. 4. Challenges and opportunities. Despite the rapid growth of solar PV, wind expansion faces challenges in 2024, with global onshore wind additions are expected to fall by around 5%. This is due to undersubscription of auctions and granting permission delays, particularly in Europe. However, the situation is expected to improve with the implementation of new legislation. The cumulative global renewable capacity is projected to reach over 4,500 gigawatts by the end of 2024. 5. Europe's response to the energy crisis. The energy crisis triggered by Russia's invasion of Ukraine has accelerated renewable energy deployment in the European Union. This has led to an upward revision of forecasts for renewable capacity additions in the EU in 2023 and 2024. The growth of distributed solar PV, driven by high electricity prices and increasing policy support, plays a significant role in this revised outlook. 6. Economic impact. The acceleration of renewable energy deployment in Europe has had a positive economic impact. EU electricity consumers are estimated to save around €100 billion during the 2021 to 2023 period, thanks to newly installed solar PV and wind capacity. Renewable energy has also helped reduce wholesale electricity prices across European markets. 7. Renewable energy for heating. Renewables have the potential to displace natural gas for heating buildings in Europe. Projected growth in renewable energy technologies such as clean electricity, bioenergy boilers, heat pumps, and solar thermal and geothermal technologies could significantly reduce gas consumption for heating buildings. 8. China's dominance. China is expected to outpace the rest of the world in renewable capacity installations in 2023 and 2024. By 2024, China is set to deliver a majority of new offshore wind, onshore wind, and solar PV projects globally. 9. The United States. The United States is poised for a rebound in capacity additions in 2023 after a challenging 2022. Annual additions for wind and solar PV are expected to increase by around 40% in 2023. This rebound is supported by existing tax incentives, providing certainty for renewable energy projects until 2032. 10. India's growth. India's renewable capacity additions are also expected to increase in 2023 and 2024, with a focus on onshore wind, hydropower, and distributed solar PV. However, challenges such as supply chain issues and trade policies may slow down large-scale solar PV projects in the short term. 11. Improving competitiveness. The competitiveness of wind and solar PV has improved, making them the most cost-effective options for new electricity generation in most countries. Renewable energy can provide electricity at prices significantly lower than future power contracts, making them attractive to investors. 12. Challenges in renewable energy auctions. Policy uncertainties and volatile prices have left a portion of renewable energy auction volumes unallocated. Competitive auctions have resulted in the awarding of a record-breaking 100 gigawatts of capacity, but 20 gigawatts remained unallocated, mostly in Europe. Government auction designs need to consider inflation, interest rate rises, and turbulence in commodity prices to attract investments. 13. Corporate power purchase agreements. Market-driven procurement through corporate power purchase agreements is expected to contribute to approximately one-fifth of solar PV and wind capacity expansion in 2023 and 2024. The United States leads this expansion, followed by Brazil, Australia, Spain, and Sweden. 14. Financial health of the renewable energy industry. The financial health of renewable energy value chains is crucial for sustainable growth. Despite challenges from volatile commodity prices, higher interest rates, supply chain constraints, and trade measures, the renewable energy industry has shown overall financial resilience. However, there is significant variation across sectors and countries. 15. Renewable energy manufacturing. Global manufacturing capacity for solar PV is projected to reach nearly 1,000 gigawatts in 2024, sufficient to meet annual demand. Wind equipment manufacturing is expanding more slowly and may struggle to keep up with demand growth through 2030. Supply chains for solar PV are diversifying, with the emergence of manufacturing projects in the United States and India. 16. Grid infrastructure and flexibility. The rapid expansion of wind and solar PV must be accompanied by policies and market rules that support grid infrastructure and flexibility investments. In many markets, a significant amount of electricity generation from wind and solar PV is being curtailed, particularly where grid infrastructure lags behind deployment. Effective grid management is necessary to avoid increasing curtailment rates. 17. Challenges for biofuels. Biofuels have played a role in energy security, but they are facing challenges. Biofuel prices have climbed more quickly than those of gasoline and diesel in many countries. Although prices are expected to decline in 2023 and 2024, they will remain above pre-Ukraine war levels. Biofuel demand is set to expand, but growth will vary by country. 18. Renewable energy incentives and policies. Environmental issues are at the forefront of economic policies in many countries. Governments, business associations, and international organizations are promoting environmentally responsible ways to achieve business goals. 19. The Kyoto Protocol. International Treaty, 1992. United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change that commits state parties to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, based on the scientific consensus that global warming is occurring and that human-made co-emissions are driving it. 20. Green funds. Mutual funds or other types of investment vehicles that promote socially and environmentally conscious policies and business practices. Invest in companies engaged in green transportation, alternative energy, and sustainable living.